What club was that at?
That was admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
With the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just didn't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
He's not cold. Now, you was telling me earlier. I'm going to get to you too, bro. Come on, man. Just stay a little bit. I want to talk about something real quick. I know you got to go. All right? Cole came from a Christianity, right? AME, African Methodist. Okay, so now you was part of that, right? Have you ever heard any of those things that he just brought out?
Like I said, not like that.
Not like that, right? You, sir, have you heard anything like that? Now, one thing that the Christianity church has done, he brought this out. This image right here, it's embedded in our black communities, all right? This image right here, if you look over in that church, it got white Jesus all throughout them church windows.
That's right.
You see that? But our people don't understand how much an image can do.
Right.
2 Corinthians 11. One thing our people have lost is knowing who we are and where we come from. It's so important to know who you are. Right. This image right here has destroyed us. It has destroyed us to the point now where we killing each other in Riverdale. Right. We hurting our people. We commit adultery against one another. Right. We fornicate against one another. Right. And we looking like fools on social media.
That's right.
We look like fools on social media.
Bring it out.
Read. 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 4. For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus. So a man comes preaching another Jesus, so happen to be like this. Read. Whom we have not preached. Or if we receive another spirit, which we have not received, or another gospel, which we have not accepted, he might well bear with him. So, with this image comes a whole nother gospel. Comes with a whole nother message. So, one thing we gotta understand, that this is a false, right? This is a false image, right? Okay. But this false image came with false messages. Okay? You understand that, right? Okay. So now, who in here got girlfriends? Got a girlfriend? Is it okay to have a girlfriend? You don't know? You were raised up thinking that it was okay, right? Okay. What about hatred towards a brother? Who here right here got hatred towards another brother? Okay. Anybody hate y'all? Got some haters? See, you say, but listen, one thing I never came across a brother who admit, hey, I'm hating on somebody. You never met nobody who said that, but they always got haters. But this is the thing, we in the community we hate one another. All right. So now let's talk about the girlfriend part. Okay. Hebrews 13:4. This image right here promotes fornication, whoremongering, okay, even threesomes. That's popular. It promotes Pornhub, all right, pornography. You watch porn? Okay, that's good. All right, that's honest. All right, hey, that's good. But in the black community, it's popular. Everybody's on it. Right. That's what that image came with. Let's read that. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all. See, this white image right here don't teach that. Black communities, all you see is divorce. All you see is boyfriend and girlfriends, right? Or jump offs, one night stands. That's all you see. But read it again. Marriage is honorable in all. So marriage is honorable. It's honorable. Read. And the bed undefiled. Read. But whoremonger. Who? Whoremonger. Who? Whoremonger. What's your name? Sean? What's a whoremonger? I said it earlier, but what's a whoremonger? Do you know what a whoremonger is? Okay. All right. Now, Cole, in Christianity, Baptist, AME, did they teach you what whoremongering is? What's a whoremonger?
Is that prostitution?
It can be, but it's multiple sexual sins. So one of them is boyfriend and girlfriend. When there's no marriage papers between y'all to say it's a covenant between me and her to say that we are married. That's a sin. That's a whoremonger. Meaning what? You understand that whoever you with right now, she don't belong to you. because of this on paperwork. So meaning tomorrow she can hop on anything that she want tomorrow. And you can't do nothing about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because she don't belong to you. Vice versa. So now they just create whoremongers.
Right.
You understand that, sis? Whoremongers, read. And adulterers. So we even got adulterers in our communities, don't we? You hear about people sleeping around on each other. Sister, you heard that before? People sleeping around on each other. Read. God will judge. Papoose. You know about the history of Papoose? Not only that, somebody just brought it out. Sexy Red putting out sex tapes. You know about that? Huh, sis? You know anything about that? You know about that, right? But it's being promoted. It's being pushed out. Now that the young sisters who are on social media, who going through Instagram, going through the Facebooks, seeing these images, they think, oh, that's okay. That's how it's supposed to be. I want to be like her. She's my role model. But that's what this image proves. But let's read from the top. So whoremongers. But whoremongers and adulterers, God will judge. So how would God judge those people who are continuing to commit whoremongering and adultery? Let's start with Sean. How can that happen? How can God judge you? Because a lot of people think that God is just, oh, I'm okay with everything you do. It's okay. I love you. Da, 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 da. No, but obviously God just said, I'm going to judge you. So how can he judge you? Huh? Not getting to the gates of heaven? Okay, not getting to the kingdom, right? Okay, but let's talk about, you're talking spiritual, yeah? You're right. But let's talk about now. Let's talk about physically. How can he not get into the kingdom? Sis, how can he not get into the kingdom? Okay, sound like you know something about being an Israelite, but I ain't talking about that subject right now. We ain't talking about Sabbath right now. We talking about if you continue to whoremonger, if you continue to be adulterous, right? How would God judge you? In what ways? Let's talk about STDs. Okay, illness, right? Let's talk about STDs, right? In the black communities, STDs are high.
Right.
And stats, we are leading in that.
That's right.
We're leading in the AIDS, all right? Chlamydia, gonorrhea, herpes.
Right.
We're leading in these things. Why? Because we're whoremonger against one another.
That's right.
Our people are dying over diseases alone.
right.
Now, not only that, let's talk about if you were to commit whoremonger, right? Let's talk about adultery. If you were to commit fornication against your or adultery against your loved one or something like that, all right? And the brother come in, who you sleeping with, his girl, what would happen? You would probably end up dead, right? That's how God would judge people. People don't understand it, but let's go more into that STD. Give me that Deuteronomy 28. Let me show you something very important about the Bible. The Bible tells you these things to help prevent you to come across certain things.
That's right.
He put barriers in the way for us to be protected. But our people don't understand the Bible, or nor they don't want to hear it. So let's read something that God said about us. Read. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 61. Bring it out. Also, every sickness and every plague that Sean just said, read, which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed. So we mentioned AIDS, gonorrhea, chlamydia, herpes, right? Can you read about those things in the Bible? AIDS? Do you ever read in the Bible about AIDS? AIDS came about in the 80s, right? Yeah. It was late 70s, right? Okay, but you don't read about it. God said every illness that's not written in this book is going to come to you.
That's right.
It's going to happen to you.
Right.
If you do not keep my laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
Y'all understand that, right? Sis, what's your name? Joy, you married? Got a boyfriend? Okay, good. You don't got nobody on the side? Okay, good. That's good. Sean, you got to make a decision, my man. All right, how long you been with the sister? Over a year. Thought about marriage? Okay, what's taking so long? You taking your time.
I was engaged before now, so I'm taking my time.
Oh, so you was engaged before? Okay. And what happened with that engagement? Wrong person. Okay. Now, do you know about this process into knowing somebody? There's a process into getting married. You know that, right, Sean? According to the Bible. Now, we're going to go through it real quick, okay? With that sister, if you thought, with your thoughts about marrying someone, right? There's got to be steps in order, okay? Don't just be with somebody just to be with somebody. There's a purpose. God's about building a nation. That's something that you don't know nothing about, but we teaching our people, okay? Don't just be with anybody. God put things in place, like I said, barriers in place to protect you, to have a righteous marriage. Same for you, Cole. Same for you, Joy. All right, so go to Sirach 6. You there? Let's go.
Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6, verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
I'm sorry, Sean. So what was wrong with the one before? I forgot. Did you say, what was wrong with her? Yeah.
I just said wrong person.
Why?
She was not who I thought I
Explain. Come on, man. What you talking about?
don't even like talking about it, girl.
Oh, so what, she did something dirty to you? She did something dirty to you?
I ain't gonna say dirty like I said. It's just gonna
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Understood. All right. So let's read it again.
If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
So if you're gonna get a friend, prove him or her first. All right. You understand that, Cole? You understand that? Okay. Joy. When you thinking about marriage, when you thinking about being with someone, you gotta prove them first. Okay. How you go about that? First, you get to talk to them, get to know them. Right? Know who they are. Now, get to know them. Does that mean that you open up your legs? No. Huh? So, that's not getting to know. That's after the paper's been signed. That's after the papers of marriage been signed. You get to know someone by talking. Hey, what you into? What you like? What your parents are? Like, who are they? You know what I'm saying? How was you raised? You learn those things about a person so that you know, okay, this person I can build with. I can bring children on the earth with this woman. You know what I'm saying? Those things you start to understand. Then when it's time, you be like, okay, I'm ready for marriage. Then you go take that step and go into the court office. Right? You understand that? So now with that being said, you got to understand that for you and that sister, y'all live together? Good. All right? After a year, there should be somewhat understanding like, okay, this sister I want to be with. All right? So the next step is for you to take that sister to the court. Right? Because if not, there's judgment. There must be judgment. Go ahead, officer.
Hey, I just want, just stay right here. Don't go nowhere. Get Sirach 7 and 26. So he's going over marriage, right? What I want you to understand is that every sister and every brother that you are considered marrying, they have to have God first.
Right.
They have to put God first. No matter who you find in the world that you may think is the perfect person, because the previous engagement you had, you said that just wasn't the right person, right? I'm here to tell you that nobody's going to be the right person until you start to follow God.
That's
and
right.
then this is what you look for in that person. Sirach 7:26.
Ecclesiasticus, chapter 7, verse 26. Hast thou a wife after thy mind?
He's asking a question. He says, do you have a wife that's after your mind? Meaning their mind is focused on the same thing that your mind is focused on. What should your mind as a man be focused on? You said protect, provide, God, and family. Absolutely. But at the top of that list should be God.
Right.
Because it's God that tells us how to be husbands.
Right.
It's God that tells you that you have to protect and provide for your family. It's not the other way around. Your family don't lead you to God. God leads you to your family. That's the order that it should be. And it's the same thing for you too, sister. It's the same thing for you too, brother. You have to put God first, and then you have to find somebody that has that same mindset. Because if you have a wife that puts God first, guess who she's going to reverence? Guess who she's going to honor? Guess who she's going to obey? You. Because God told her to.
That's right.
So there's no way your marriage can fail if you put God first. Read that again.
Hast thou a wife after thy mind? Forsake her not.
It says, and when you find a woman, when you find a husband that is after your mind, it says, do not forsake that person. Read on.
But give not thyself over to a light woman.
It says, do not give yourself over to a light woman. A light woman is a woman that does not know her identity.
Right.
She does not know to keep the commandments of God.
Right.
She does not understand how to be a wife to a husband.
Right.
Because our sisters have never learned how to be wives. The only thing they've learned here in America is how to be thoughts and Instagram hoes. That's the only thing they've learned here in America. I'm sorry, and it's the truth. It might not feel good, it might not sound good, but the way our sisters behave is because of what they've been taught here in America. know any better. So on and so forth. So now you get to the generation that we're at now, and we're a completely lost people. Come back, Officer Jabez.
Hey, now, hey, hold up. All right, check this out, because this is something that's I've been kind of meditating on since you got up here, right? What's your criteria when you say that you chose this particular sister, you want her to be your wife? What was your criteria?
Likes, their income.
You said nice?
Likes. Our mutual interests, our
All right.
our deep intimacy, our knowledge of one another, our upbringings, our backgrounds. What can we do? How can we build together?
Okay. Now, let me get you something real fast before you go, because I know you got to go. Go back to Sirach chapter 6. And I want you to go through 7 on down. Hear this for brother real fast. As you choosing a wife, the Bible gives us the guideline on how to choose it, right? First, hold that. Go to Sirach chapter 36 and 21. Hold that. And we're going to come right back. 36 and 21.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 36 verse 21. A woman will receive every man.
So a woman will receive every man. There's a woman for every man, right? Because naturally, what's the natural use of the woman, sis? To multiply, to have sex, right? We both have our respective parts to have sex. But here's the issue, read.
Yet is one daughter better than the other.
So there are women that are better than others, but I could have a certain mindset to be a wife, right? To be a profitable woman in your life, because guess what? A woman is supposed to be your benefit, your aid, your help. Right. Don't listen, that 50-50 stuff, that's in the world. That's a lie. The Bible says that a woman is made for the man, to help a man. Right. There are certain women with a mentality that are better than others. Why? Because they have that certain mentality. This is what you need to be looking for in that wife. We don't? No. Go back to Sirach 67. So keep that in mind. Read that.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 6 verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first.
So the first thing that you got to realize in a wife, that she's your friend first. Many of us will look at it and say, okay, but she look good. She got a nice little shape. I like the job she has. She laughs. No, you're supposed to prove her as a friend. Why? Because we're going to go through things in life that's going to surpass the looks. She got to have something in her, you know what I'm saying, that will show longevity. Because when you marry, it's not a short-term thing. When you marry, it's a long-term decision. Many of us, we get into marriages because we think, hey, listen, we got a divorce. We could do divorce. No, you can't do that. That's a white man's ideal. The Bible says that once you marry somebody, you stay with them. Why? Because the natural use of a woman is what, sis? It's to multiply, right? And then you build generations beyond that. We can't build generations jumping from this, jumping to next, thinking that, okay, this is my escape plan. I'm going to get with you because you look good, but guess what? I have my escape plan. No, that's not how it go. Why? Because we have this to follow. If we follow these standards, we're going to have a long-term marriage. The reason why the divorce rate is so high is because we don't follow this. Keep reading.
And be not hasty to credit him, for some man is a friend for his own occasion.
So we got to realize that some people are just with us, or we have a girlfriend because we have a certain occasion, meaning that there's a certain advantage. Right. She will look at you and say, okay, this brother got money, he driving the Benz, okay, I'm going to deal with you because of that. But that's not marriage. Right. Some people do that because they want that advantage. They want to take advantage of you. Read.
And will not abide in the day of thy trouble.
So now, this is what you need to be worrying about right here. This is what you need to be really considering. Is she going to be there in the day of trouble? Right. When all the chips down, when you broke as hell, is she still going to be there? Right. That's what you need to be trying to choose first. Don't be looking at her beauty and say, okay, I got me a good one right here. No, is she there when you don't got no money? Right. Is she there when your car broke down? Right. Is she there when you got fired? Right. And you don't got no place to go? Right. Is she a help for you? That's what you need to be choosing right there. Now, I know you said that the last situation didn't work out. Because of, I'm assuming because of that, because she didn't meet that criteria. But you got to make sure that the one that you're meeting with next, that you're about to deal with next, she meet that criteria, or guess what? You're gonna be another statistic. You're gonna be another divorce. You're gonna be another side chick because she ain't doing what you expect her to do because you're just looking at the looks. We gotta stop divorcing. We gotta stop with the side chicks. We gotta stop with the cheating. Why? Because we are not following this.
Right.
Once we follow this, it should be perfect. One more scripture and I'm gonna let you go. Go to Psalm 19:7. The law of marriage is perfect. Understand that. Girlfriend and boyfriend is not perfect.
Right.
Girlfriend and boyfriend does not last. Girlfriend and boyfriend has flaws.
Right.
Read that.
Psalms chapter 19, verse 7.
Right.
The law of the Lord is perfect.
The Bible said that the law of the Lord is perfect. God gave us a law in marriage. God said that law, man and woman, once you prove her correctly, once both of y'all abide in your roles, meaning that you are the head and she is your helpmeet, meaning that she submit to you, God said that that's perfect.
Right.
There's no flaw in that. There's no mistakes in that. Once you follow this, but that's what you got to do first. You understand that? You got to get yourself right, know who you are, know how you're supposed to operate as a man, and then you find a sister with that same mindset. Then that marriage shall be perfect. Now, that doesn't mean that y'all not going to have issues. Because God said that there shall be trouble in the flesh. Meaning that y'all going to have certain disagreements. But if both of y'all mindsets are on here, guess what? At the end of the day, y'all going to come back to the same agreement because this y'all agreement right here. We're going to follow what this Bible say to do. So before you go, make sure you consider that. Come back to the Bible. Come get yourself built up around men of the Lord. That's going to build you up. Once you get built up, then you can find a sister with that same mindset. You understand?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity. Nation is you.
And finally,